Welcome back to the Bad Influence podcast, where we dive deep into the real shit and help you become your best self. Today, we're talking about a topic that's both personal and powerful. What do you see when you look in the mirror? Do you see someone confident and capable, or do you focus on your flaws and insecurities? If you're ready to transform your self image into something positive and empowering, this episode is for you. So, imagine looking in the mirror and seeing a person you genuinely love and respect. How will that change your life? That's a good answer that you're going to have to find, right? But if you want to find that answer, stick around because this episode could change the way you see yourself forever. So, I'm a very observant person. That's how I learn about myself by watching others, how they react to certain things, to their emotions, and then I compare it to me to see how I actually react as well. And one of the things that I have seen based on my own observation of myself and what I see on others is that many of you struggle with your self-image, just like I did in the past. Men and women have this problem. It doesn't matter if you're rich, it doesn't matter if you're poor, everyone has that problem. But here's what happens. When you look in the mirror, you often see your flaws and shortcomings rather than your strengths and potential. For some reason, you cannot see any potential when you look at yourself in the mirror. This negative self-perception can lead to low self-esteem, anxiety, and even depression, which none of that shit is good for you. The problem is that your self-image is often distorted by societal standards, your past experiences, and your internalized criticisms. You compare yourself to others. You focus on your perceived failures and forget to acknowledge your fucking accomplishments. You act like you have never accomplished anything in life. And when you do this can create a cycle of negative thinking that's hard to break. Oh, believe me. It took me over 30 years to break this cycle, so I know how hard it is to break this. But it's crucial to understand that how you see yourself directly impacts your mental health and overall well-being. This is something that I learned not too long ago. Because here's what happens. A negative self-image can keep you from pursuing your goals, forming healthy relationships, and living a fulfilling life, which should be the goal for all of us, right? So I honestly believe that it's time to change that narrative and start seeing yourself in a positive light. There was a time when I struggled with my self-image. This only changed a few years ago, like I mentioned. Every time I looked in the mirror, I saw someone who wasn't good enough. Someone who didn't measure up to society's standards of success and attractiveness. I knew that from the very beginning. I mean, I'm not the Mexican Brad Pitt or anything like that. No, I'm not. But the problem is that this negative perception affected every aspect of my life. From my career to my relationships. Like, why would I go after a career, try to become, let's say, a manager or something like that, when I thought I wasn't good enough, right? Why would I want to have a good relationship when I thought I wasn't good enough? That's a good question. And if you're having self-image issues, probably you're going through the same thing. I remember one day, after a particular tough week at work, I looked in the mirror and saw nothing but fucking failure. I felt defeated and hopeless, like I couldn't take care of my wife. And that pissed me off. That moment was a wake-up call for me. I realized that my negative self image was sabotaging my happiness and my potential. So I decided to make a change. I started by writing down my strengths and achievements, no matter how small they seem. I made a conscious effort to focus on the positive aspects of myself rather than the negatives. This wasn't easy at all, and it took time, but slowly, I began to see myself differently. I was like, you know what? I have been able to accomplish a lot. Even though I have nothing to show for, yet I have been able to accomplish a lot. And today, when I look in the mirror, I see someone who is strong, capable, and worthy of something. I have learned to appreciate myself for who I am, flaws and all. This transformation didn't happen overnight, but it's possible for anyone who is willing to put in the fucking work, because it takes a lot of work. I'm not even kidding. You're going to cry, you're going to feel hurt, you're going to suffer based on what you see in the mirror when you try to battle this. So, how do you develop a positive self-image? Well, that's a good question. And the first step is to become aware of your self-talk. What do you say to yourself when you look in the mirror? Are your thoughts supportive and kind, or are they critical and harsh? Becoming aware of these thoughts is crucial for change. You need to figure out what's holding you back, what's pushing you down. If it's yourself, you need to change that. Next, challenge your negative thoughts. When you catch yourself thinking, I'm not good enough, counter it with evidence of your worth and achievements. Remind yourself of your strengths and the obstacles you've overcome. This helps rewire your brain to focus on the positive. I know, it sounds like a lot of mumbo jumbo, but it works. The science is behind this, and it works. Another important step is to stop comparing yourself to others. That's one of the things that people love to do. I used to do it all the fucking time, every day, every single day, every single hour. I was doing it all day. Social media and societal standards can create unrealistic expectations. Remember, everyone has their own fucking struggles and insecurities. Focus on your own journey and celebrate your unique qualities and accomplishments. Lastly, practice self-care and self-compassion. Take care of your physical, emotional, and mental health. Treat yourself with the same kindness and understanding you would offer a friend. This creates a foundation for a positive self-image and overall well-being, and I can attest to that. You might be thinking, this all sounds great, but can changing my self-image really make a difference? And the answer is absolutely. Because a positive self-image is the foundation for confidence, resilience, and success. When you believe in yourself, you're more likely to take risks, pursue your goals, and bounce back from setbacks stronger than ever. Consider this. Successful people often attribute their achievements to their self-belief. They see themselves as capable and worthy of success, which drives them to work hard and persevere. And by cultivating a positive self-image, you're setting yourself up for better opportunities and better achievements, bigger achievements. And when you reach those achievements, when you get the house you want, when you get the car you want, when your business is thriving, you're going to be like, damn, I did this. Your confidence is going to go through the roof. A positive, greater self-image also improves your relationships. When you value and respect yourself, you're more likely to attract healthy, supportive relationships. You'll set boundaries, communicate effectively, and avoid toxic dynamics. This leads to a more fulfilling and harmonious life, which is something that we should all aim for, don't you think? Moreover, a positive self image enhances your mental health. It reduces stress, anxiety, and depression. When you see yourself in a positive light, you're more resilient in the face of challenges and better equipped to handle life's ups and downs, because those ups and downs will happen every single time. It can happen every single day. It can happen every single week. You never know when they're going to happen, but life will make it happen. So start by creating a daily affirmation routine. Every morning, look in the mirror and say something positive about yourself. It might feel awkward at first. I can tell you that. I do this every morning, and it does feel awkward at first, and then you start to believe it. You're like, damn. But over time, these affirmations will help you shift your mindset from a mindset that sees lack, negativity, to a mindset that all of a sudden sees someone that can achieve greater things. One thing that I do and I recommend you to do is to keep a gratitude journal. Each day, write down 3 things you're grateful for about yourself. This could be qualities you admire, achievements you're proud of, or even small acts of kindness you've shown to someone else. This practice helps you focus on the positive aspects of yourself. Another thing that you need to do, and I always talk about this, is to surround yourself with positive influences. Spend time with people who uplift and support you. Limit exposure to negative media and social comparisons. Create an environment that fosters self-love and positivity. Seek professional help if needed. Sometimes negative self-image is deeply rooted and requires the support of a therapist or counselor, just like it happened with me. That was deeply, deeply rooted in my childhood. So I had to get help. And when you get help from a therapist or a counselor, they can provide tools and strategies to help you build a healthier self-image and overcome past traumas, which is important in life if you want to literally believe in yourself. I believe in your ability to transform your self-image. It's not about being perfect. It's about recognizing your worth and embracing who you truly are. You have the power to change the way you see yourself and, in turn, change your life. And not just your life, but your family's life, the people around you's life. You start to inspire others. Remember, self-love is a journey, not a destination. So be patient with yourself and celebrate your progress. Every small step towards a positive self-image is a victory. Embrace the journey and enjoy the process of becoming your best self. Because when you do this, when you go inside that cave and you find yourself, you find the treasure that you've been looking for, and you come out stronger with this shining armor of self-belief, you're going to build something. You're going to start something that is going to be amazing, that is going to change your life and people's lives. But you have to believe. You have to change your self-image. You have to change everything that you see about yourself that is negative. You have to change it to a positive light. You have to believe that you can do it. But all starts with what you see in the mirror. So that's where it all starts. Start there and move on to the next step. And move on and build that self-image. because that's what you deserve in life. And thank you for joining me today. That's it for today. Thank you for joining me on another episode of the Bad Influence Podcast. If this episode resonated with you, share it with someone who might benefit from it too. Together, we can build a world where everyone sees their true worth and potential. So stay positive, stay strong, and keep pushing forward. Until next time, have a great day.